Welcome, chosen ones. Have you felt a little off lately? Strange sensations, unexpected emotional swings, or maybe a sense that you're not quite in sync with the world around you? If you're nodding your head right now, know this: you are not alone. And more importantly, you are not sick. In fact, what you're experiencing could be the beginning of something extraordinary. Today, I want to talk about why it feels like the ground beneath us is shifting, and why you're feeling these changes so deeply. Have you ever asked yourself, am I sick? Am I losing control? I know that feeling. You're not alone in this. What you're feeling is the beginning of your evolution. But what does that really mean? Well, that's what we're going to explore today. Imagine this. What if everything you're experiencing right now isn't something to fear, but rather a signal of something beautiful happening within you? I promise you, what you're going through is normal. You are evolving. Now, I know this might sound a little out there, but trust me, this is important. If you've been feeling like the world around you is changing faster than you can keep up with, like you're suddenly questioning everything you once knew, it's because we're all going through a major transformation. And the good news, it's exactly as it should be. In this video, we're going to uncover the reason behind these intense changes, and more importantly, I'm going to show you how to navigate them with grace and confidence. By the end, you'll leave with practical tools and strategies to embrace your true path, moving from confusion and uncertainty to clarity and empowerment. So what's really going on here? Why does it feel like the world is shifting beneath our feet, and why are we feeling the way we do? Let me break it down for you. The Earth is currently going through an incredible transformation. It's moving from a denser, heavier state, what we call the third dimension, to a lighter, more elevated state, which is the fifth dimension. But what does that even mean? And how does that impact you? You've probably heard people talk about dimensions, but what if I told you that dimensions aren't physical places or locations? They're actually states of consciousness, different levels of awareness that vibrate at unique frequencies. And just like the Earth, we're all feeling the effects of this energy shift. Have you noticed it? The Earth is shedding an old, heavy coat, and it's embracing something far lighter. The good news is that we're doing this together. As the Earth shifts, so do we. We are evolving right along with it, and trust me, it's all happening for a reason. Imagine for a moment what this change might feel like. You may have noticed that you're feeling more connected to the world around you, or perhaps you're questioning old beliefs, habits, or even relationships that no longer serve you. These aren't just random thoughts. They're signs that you're aligning with a higher state of consciousness. But here's the key. This transition from the third to the fifth dimension might not always feel easy. It can be unsettling, even overwhelming at times. It's like trying to walk in new shoes that don't quite fit yet, but trust me, they will soon. Have you ever thought about how the world used to feel? The third dimension is heavy. It's a place where people experience competition, fear, and separation. It's all about survival. It's driven by the ego and rooted in scarcity. If you've been feeling isolated, like you have to fight for what you want, or constantly prove yourself to others, you're likely feeling the effects of the third dimension. But here's the thing, this is changing. The Earth and we as humans are shifting toward a place that vibrates with love, compassion, and unity. We're moving from a place of competition to one of cooperation, from fear to love. And let me ask you this, have you felt more connected to others lately? Or maybe you've been questioning long-held beliefs that no longer resonate with you. Those aren't random thoughts. That's the energy of the fifth dimension beginning to work its magic in your life. So let's pause for a moment. How are you feeling? Because the truth is, what you're going through isn't just about your own life. It's part of something much larger. The Earth's transformation is guiding each of us toward a higher state of being. This is all normal. It's not something to fight or fear. It's a journey we are all on together. You are not sick. You are evolving. And as we dive deeper into this shift, you'll start to see that the changes you're experiencing are a beautiful part of your growth. Now, let's dive into something truly fascinating. We've talked about how the Earth is shifting, but what does this really mean for you and me? What exactly is this transition from the third dimension to the fifth dimension, and how is it affecting us? First, let me remind you of something. Dimensions are not physical locations. They're states of consciousness, realms of existence that vibrate at different frequencies. And just like the Earth, we are moving from one state of consciousness to another. So what is the third dimension? This is the world we've known for so long. It's a world of separation, competition, and ego-driven survival. This dimension operates at a lower frequency. In the third dimension, everything is about individual survival. People often feel disconnected from each other, driven by fear and scarcity. Have you ever felt like you're constantly fighting for what you want or need? Whether it's love, success, or resources, that's the energy of the third dimension at play. The third dimension is heavy, both emotionally and spiritually. It's a world where we tend to feel isolated, anxious, and caught in cycles of fear and competition. It's easy to get lost in the chaos, trying to keep up with the pressure of daily life. And when we're living from a place of fear, we don't see the world in its fullest light. But now we're shifting. We're moving into the fifth dimension, and this is where the magic happens. The fifth dimension vibrates at a much higher frequency, and when we align with it, we begin to see things from a completely different perspective. What does that look like? It's a world where love, compassion, unity, and brotherhood take the lead. Imagine a world where connection replaces competition. A world where we begin to see everyone as part of the same whole, rather than separate, isolated individuals. Doesn't that sound beautiful? So let's break it down even further. How can you tell if you're aligning with the fifth dimension? There are some key signs to look for, and these are the clues that will guide you along the way. First, you may start to feel more connected to the people around you. Have you noticed that you're starting to see people as more than just individuals? You might be feeling an overwhelming sense of unity with others, even strangers. This feeling of interconnectedness is a hallmark of the fifth dimension. You might also begin to feel a deeper compassion for others, feeling more empathy, kindness, and care toward your fellow human beings. In the third dimension, we're used to focusing on our own survival. But in the fifth dimension, we see the world through the lens of love and service. It's no longer about competition, it's about cooperation. We rise together. But here's something you might not expect. The fifth dimension also brings up deeper truths. You may start questioning old beliefs or patterns that no longer serve you. These beliefs could be about yourself, your life, or even your purpose on Earth. When we transition to higher states of consciousness, old limiting beliefs start to fall away. And while this process can be uncomfortable, it's essential for your growth. So how does this shift feel physically? It can be intense. You might experience emotional fluctuations, moments of deep sadness, or bursts of joy. It's all part of the process as your body adjusts to the higher frequencies of the fifth dimension. And trust me, your body will begin to tell you when it's in alignment with these new energies. One of the most noticeable changes during this transition is how you begin to feel more aligned with your true self. Have you ever had a sudden surge of inspiration or a moment where you just knew something without any explanation? This is the magic of the fifth dimension beginning to unfold in your life. As you align with the fifth dimension, your consciousness expands. You'll begin to experience life from a higher perspective, one that is grounded in unconditional love, compassion, and unity. You'll see beyond the surface of things, beyond the divisions that once separated us. You might even start to feel a deeper sense of purpose. This sense of purpose will guide you to embrace new opportunities, new relationships, and a deeper connection to your spiritual self. But here's the thing. This shift isn't just about a new perspective. It's about a complete transformation of who you are. You're evolving into a higher version of yourself. This process doesn't happen overnight. It's something that takes time, patience, and trust in the process. You might notice that your relationships are changing. Maybe you're feeling called to be around people who are also on a similar path of spiritual awakening. This is your soul's way of guiding you toward those who can support your growth. And as you continue on this journey, you'll naturally be drawn to communities, groups, and environments that encourage love and higher consciousness. The transition to the fifth dimension may also spark a shift in your personal values. You may start to value peace over conflict, healing over hurting, and love over fear. These values will become your compass as you navigate this incredible transformation. Remember, this shift is not just about the world around you. It's about your own personal evolution. You are growing, you are expanding, and you are moving toward a more beautiful, compassionate, and connected version of yourself. Now that we've talked about the shift in dimensions, let's dive into something equally as fascinating. As the Earth is evolving, you are evolving too. This process isn't just about spiritual or mental changes. It also has a profound effect on your physical and emotional being. So you might be asking, how does all of this change manifest in my body? Well, the truth is, your body is undergoing a major transformation as well. This isn't just metaphorical. There are real physical changes happening in your system to support your evolution. The shift we're experiencing goes beyond our thoughts and beliefs. It's affecting us on an energetic level, and it's happening in ways you might not even realize. One of the biggest shifts happening in your body is the transition from a carbon-based body to a crystalline body. I know this may sound like something straight out of science fiction, but stay with me. It's very real. What does this mean? Our bodies are changing to become more capable of holding and transmitting higher frequencies of energy. The crystalline structure we're moving toward allows us to be more efficient in processing these high frequencies. This transformation helps us become more attuned to the fifth dimension, the higher vibrations that are now surrounding us. Now you might be wondering, what does this feel like? It can feel like your body is adjusting to a new operating system. You may experience physical sensations such as unusual aches, pains, or even tingling in certain parts of your body. You may feel tired for no reason or suddenly find yourself craving certain types of foods. These are signs that your body is aligning with this new crystalline frequency. Have you noticed any of these physical changes? Increased sensitivity, unusual fatigue, or maybe a sense that your body is just not the same as it was before? These are part of the body's recalibration process. Your cells are upgrading to handle the higher vibrations of the fifth dimension. But here's something important to understand. It's not just physical. You're also experiencing emotional and mental shifts that are tied to this transformation. As your body evolves, so do your emotions and thoughts. Have you found that your emotions are more intense lately? Or maybe you're feeling mood swings or emotional fluctuations. That's normal too. This is part of your body processing and releasing the old energies that no longer serve you. The emotional ups and downs are your body's way of clearing out old patterns and negative energies that have been stuck within you for years. What's happening is that your emotional system is being upgraded. Old feelings of guilt, shame, fear, and doubt are bubbling up to the surface so they can be released. This isn't a bad thing. It's actually a necessary part of the process. You can think of it like cleaning out your closet. You have to get rid of the old stuff to make room for the new. And of course, there are times when this emotional release can feel overwhelming. One minute, you might feel incredibly light and joyful, and the next, you might find yourself deep in sadness or frustration. This is totally normal during this process of emotional detox. But wait, there's more. Along with these emotional shifts, your mental state might be changing too. If you've noticed that you're having trouble concentrating, feeling foggy, or finding it hard to focus, it could be a sign that your brain is adjusting to these higher frequencies. Your mind is expanding, and as it does, it's learning to process information in new ways. It's kind of like when you upgrade your phone to a newer version. It's got more capabilities, but it takes some time for the system to get used to the new software. This brain fog or feeling of confusion is a sign that your mind is expanding to accommodate higher levels of consciousness. Have you found yourself suddenly remembering things that you'd forgotten for years, or maybe having sudden bursts of clarity? Those are signs of your brain adapting to new frequencies. You might even start experiencing moments of profound insight or intuition, where you just know things without being able to explain how. This is your mind aligning with the expanded consciousness of the fifth dimension. Trust those moments of clarity. They're your higher self guiding you. Now let's talk about some of the more subtle but important changes you might be noticing in your life. Have your dietary preferences shifted? Are you feeling drawn to different types of food than you used to? Perhaps you've been craving more fruits and vegetables. Or maybe you're feeling the pull toward a more plant-based diet. These cravings are a sign that your body is responding to the higher energies of the fifth dimension. High-vibration foods, like fresh fruits, organic vegetables, and whole grains, are essential for supporting your transformation. They help your body detoxify and maintain a higher state of energy. If you've felt guided to change your diet, it's your body's way of asking for the nutrients it needs to support this new vibration. But it's not just about food. Drinking more water is another way your body is preparing for these higher frequencies. Hydration plays a major role in helping your body adjust. Drinking plenty of water allows your body to flush out toxins and keep your energy flowing smoothly. If you've been feeling more sensitive to light, sound, or even the energy of the people around you, don't be alarmed. This heightened sensitivity is a sign that you're tuning into a new frequency. As your body becomes more attuned to the higher energies, it may feel like your senses are more heightened, and they are. You're becoming more attuned to the subtle energies of the universe. This is all part of your body's transformation. And guess what? It's not going to stop here. As you continue to evolve, you will experience more and more shifts. These shifts can happen in waves, and sometimes it might feel like you're riding an emotional roller coaster. But the key is to trust the process and honor the changes. Remember, you are not alone in this. Millions of people around the world are going through this same transformation. Be gentle with yourself during this time. Allow your body, emotions, and mind to shift at their own pace. As we move into the final part of this journey, let's take a step back and reflect on everything we've explored so far. We've talked about the incredible transformation happening within us and around us, how the earth is shifting to a higher state of being, and how we too are evolving into higher versions of ourselves. But now comes the big question. How do we navigate this transformation with grace? How do we embrace these changes fully, without resistance, and use them to become the best versions of ourselves? First, let's talk about self-care. This period of transformation can be overwhelming, especially when it feels like your body, mind, and emotions are all shifting in different directions. Taking care of yourself is essential during this time. You need to allow yourself the time, space, and love to adjust to the new energies. One of the best ways to navigate this shift is through grounding practices. This can include something as simple as spending time outdoors in nature, connecting with the earth, or even practicing mindfulness and meditation. These practices help you stay connected to your true self and to the earth's energy as you move through this transition. Have you felt called to spend more time outside or in nature? There's something deeply grounding about being near plants, trees, and the natural world. Nature has a unique way of calming our minds and realigning our energies. Meditation is another powerful tool to help you stay centered during these changes. By regularly meditating, you're able to clear your mind, release any negative energies, and align yourself with the higher frequencies that are coming in. If you're new to meditation, start with just a few minutes a day. Focus on your breath and let your thoughts flow without judgment. As you go through this transformation, be gentle with yourself. It's easy to get caught up in the desire to be perfect or to rush through the process. But this journey is not about perfection, it's about progress. Every step you take, no matter how small, is part of your beautiful evolution. Now let's talk about the importance of community. During times of great change, it's vital to surround yourself with people who are on a similar journey. You don't have to go through this alone. There are communities, both online and offline, of like-minded individuals who are also experiencing these shifts. These groups can offer you support, encouragement, and shared wisdom as you move forward. If you're not already part of a spiritual or supportive community, I encourage you to find one. You'll be amazed at how powerful it can be to connect with others who are walking a similar path. Sharing your experiences, insights, and struggles can provide comfort and clarity as you navigate this transition. Speaking of support, have you considered alternative therapies to help you through this time? Practices like Reiki, acupuncture, and sound therapy can be incredibly helpful in balancing your energy and supporting your physical, emotional, and spiritual growth. These therapies help to clear blockages in your energy field, allowing you to flow with the changes rather than resist them. Trust your intuition during this time. You might find yourself being drawn to certain practices, foods, or even people. This is your higher self guiding you toward what's best for you. Your intuition is your inner compass. Don't be afraid to follow it. As you embrace the changes happening within you, remember that this transformation is not a destination. It's a journey. There will be ups and downs along the way, and there will be times when you feel uncertain. But as you continue to align with the higher frequencies of the fifth dimension, you'll begin to see the magic unfold in your life. You will find that your consciousness expands, your sense of purpose deepens, and your connection to others and to the world becomes more meaningful than ever before. The more you embrace these changes, the more you will see your life transform in ways you never thought possible. But remember, this journey is unique to each person. Some of you may already feel deeply connected to these higher frequencies, while others may still be adjusting, and that's okay. Wherever you are on this path, know that you are exactly where you need to be. You are not alone. Together, we are all experiencing this incredible evolution, and each of us is playing an important part in the collective awakening. Keep moving forward. Keep trusting the process, and remember that you are a chosen one here to experience this magnificent shift. Before we wrap up, I'd like to ask you to take a moment to reflect on your own journey. How have you been feeling throughout this process? Have you noticed any changes, either physically or emotionally? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Leave them in the comments below. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support means the world to me, and it helps this message reach even more people who need to hear it. Thank you so much for watching. Keep shining your light, and remember, you are not sick. You are evolving, and this journey is exactly what you were meant for. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.